It's Monday, and that means it's time for a brand new episode of Monday Musings. Let's get started. So I finally got to watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so you guys can stop saying I'm not a real Spider-Man fan and all that nonsense. I mean, come on. But no, I did finally get to watch the movie that everybody's been talking about, the animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that features Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen and Spider-Ham and Spider-Man Noir and Penny Parker and so on and so forth. And so what did I think of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? I thought it was pretty darn good. I no joking, I thought it was a fantastic movie. I thought the voice acting was on point. I thought the relationships that they brought forth throughout the movie, both with Miles and his uncle, Miles with his family, that kind of contentious thing, and Miles with, well, just basically Miles with everyone around him, was pretty well done. Is it the best Spider-Man movie ever? I'm not so sure about that. But that doesn't mean I'm hating on it at all. I know a lot of people are praising this art style. Groundbreaking, different, and it was a very frenetic paced movie with, the kind of where the unstable atoms are like changing everything to geometric shapes and all that stuff. But I did appreciate, like, you had little pixeling on the faces, and you had Kirby dots in the collider and things like that. It was pretty cool. I love the fact that they juxtaposed. Let's try that again. I love the fact that they juxtaposed different art styles together to represent the different characters. Like, you had the very anime style with Penny Parker, you had very cartoon style with Spider-Ham, you had this nice, smooth, clean black and white style with Spider-Man Noir, and then of course you had the 3D-ish with a little bit of comic pixeling and things like that folded into the main universe characters, and as well as the alternate Peter Parker and Spider-Gwen. And some really cool effects with this are the sound effects where, and like the matching scenes between, like, when Miles is falling instead of swinging, and he's and it's going down sideways down the in between buildings, and then later on when he's actually swinging, it says woo, and it's the same kind of thing, but it's going up. So nice little callback there, and nice symmetry to the storytelling, and the way he comes about his suit. It's weird that Peter Parker had a secret bat cave or spider cave or whatever with all these suits, but I think it's cool the way he came up with his own unique suit that way with the spray paint. It kind of fit into what he was doing, tagging and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool, and just kind of showing that culture, the artistic side of it, and how smart Miles was, and how he was trying to not be smart just to get out of that school, which was kind of neat. And I like the use of the word balloons that they had popping up here and there, and the caption boxes and things like that were very comic-y. And there was one scene where this whole paneled background popped up, and I love how the origin stories, they kind of jumped in and said, but you already know that. And I love that, because we do. I don't care who you are, you know Spider-Man's origin. Every single Spider character, their origin is very similar as well. They got bit by a spider. Okay. We don't need to rehash that every single time, which I really appreciated that. I think it kind of made fun of a lot of different things in Marvel and Spider-Man movies specifically, kind of tongue-in-cheek, which I appreciated. So that was pretty cool as well. And you had, like, this killer voice cast, which was really impressive. I didn't realize how many people were involved in this, how many big name voices were working on this film. And it was pretty cool here, and I thought they chose pretty well, except for Peter. I'm not so sure I liked any of the Peters in this movie. They just didn't feel on model to me for the Peter that I know and love, but that's okay though. We got a great Miles, we got a great Gwen. Spider-Ham was okay. I thought he could have been a little bit better. Spider-Man Noir was pretty cool, and Penny Parker. May, it was an interesting take on May, and I can live with that. It was fine. Kingpin Kingpin, man. Kingpin was huge. I love Tombstone. I love the take on Doc Ock. Kingpin was a little one note and that kind of thing. So Prowler looked really cool visually, and the whole reveal there was kind of neat. Storytelling wise, the whole premise is Miles sees Peter die and feels like now he has this responsibility, and then he just happens to get a spider bite. So it's kind of fate telling him he was there for a reason, so he could take this guy's place and become the new Spider-Man, which was pretty cool. And then he basically has to save the multiverse. So I love that the star was on him, and even though the alternate Peter kept on trying to kind of take over, even though he believed in Miles, didn't think he was ready. I love that in the end it was Miles that kind of saved the day and kind of became the man, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I think it was fun. Sometimes it was a little hard to follow because the art was so frenetic and so frantic and just so all over the place and kind of, that it was kind of hard to follow everything, and I think I missed things. I think I would have to watch it a few times to really pick up a lot of the little Easter eggs and things like that. And just, I don't know. But, animation style-wise, I thought it was pretty cool. There were some parts where you had, like, this super photorealistic elements to it, but other times it was, like, I don't want to say Wallace and Gromit or anything like that, but it was, like, a very kind of claymation smoothness to it, but at the same time it was very slick animation, and I thought the motion capture was really well done. I thought they captured voices, captured locales, captured the vibe of the city and everything really well. So overall, I was impressed with it. I really enjoyed it. Is it the most perfect movie ever, like everybody's saying? I don't think it lived up to that hype for me. Maybe that's because people were pushing it so hard, and I didn't get to see it in the theater, so I'm coming into it late after hearing all this. Oh, you gotta see, you're not a real fan, blah blah blah. And so, whatever. But I'm also a critic, so I think that it was a very good movie. It could have been better in parts. Some characters could have been stronger. The animation, as cool as it was, could have been a little bit smoother so you could follow it a little bit better. Things like that. But other than that, I thought it was a fantastic movie, and I'm going to, of course, watch it again and again. I mean, it's Spider-Man. I don't care. So, those are my thoughts on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for this episode of Monday Musings, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are there other things about it that you liked that I didn't point out, or that you didn't like that I didn't point out? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you get updates on all the content going up to this channel. And of course, you can follow me at Brant Fowler on Facebook and Twitter, and at Last Number Press on Instagram. Go check out Little Victories YT. That's youtube.com/Little Victories YT. Lisa has launched a giveaway. If you guys are into DC superhero girls or hairdorables, you want to go check it out, because we're opening some toys over on that channel now, and there is a giveaway going on for the next couple of weeks with some really cool prizes. So go check that out, and I'll put a link in the description below. But until next time, thank you for watching. I'll see you real soon. Be good. Bye.